I was going to be the next American IndyCar driver. That's what I thought. That's what I wanted to do. And that's where my head was headed.
Shane had been in an accident, and it was bad.
You need to get here. We don't know if he'll make it till the morning.
And my mom called me, and she just said, your brother's been in a crash and hung up. Is he dead? You know, I mean, well, what's going on? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, all right, so right then I know it's not just a broken leg.
Everything drove down into his neck, and his back exploded.
I remember Tyler asking me if I was just taking him there to identify the body. And I said, no, I swear they've promised me he's alive.
With Shane clinging to life, his family converged at Indianapolis from both sides of the country. Doctors initially gave them good news.
We have done the MRI, and his brain is not swelling.
I mean, he looked the most normal human being in a hospital. I mean, he's just laying there. We go talk to this doctor. Well, I don't see any spinal cord injury. And then he's like, I don't really see any head injury. We just need to watch him for the night. So you kind of stay up all night thinking everything's going to be okay. Next morning, the real doctor goes in, the guy that's going to do his back surgery. He kind of looks at us and he goes, well, you might want to get ready for a ramp, trach for the rest of his life. And I look at my dad, and he's about falling down.
I mean, my knees got weak. I said, really? They told... He said, I don't care what they told you. He said, this kid won't even breathe on his own.
We're about to go put two 18-inch rods in his back. We're going to put a fake vertebrae in his neck. The only thing that my dad says is, he calls IndyCar right after, and he said, will he be able to run IndyCars with 18-inch rods in his back? And they say, yeah. And Dad's like, all right. Just keep in mind that the doctors told us by now that he might not move from here down ever again. He has 2 surgeries in 2 days that you wouldn't have within a year of each other.
He flatlined 4 times.
The worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
My brother's laying there dead.
I ran and hid in a corner and screamed.
1 month, you sat in that place, and you thought he was going to die every day. You never knew. He's my older brother. He's the best thing I got, so what else do you do?
You literally died 4 times.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. I woke up and saw my mom, and I couldn't move nothing. I was like, Mama, and she told me. And I felt bad enough for her because she had to break the news to me.
To continue treatment, Shane and his family went to the Shepherd Center, a hospital that specializes in spinal cord injuries.
The doctor comes in and goes, can he talk? And we said, no, he can't talk. He's got all that stuff in his throat. And I said, well, take it out. I said, well, that's how he breathes. He said, he doesn't need that. He pulled it out, changed breathing. So within 3 hours of getting to Shepherd Center, he's talking, eating, and doesn't have his neck brace on anymore. And in 3 days, he was off the trach. January 2nd, my wife wrote me a note and said, you can start crying now. He moved his right finger. My deal when I was standing on the ramp at Fontana was, man, I hope he'll stay awake long enough that I can kiss him. He did that. Like, okay, well, now we got to get this going. Well, he's breathing. Well, now I got to get him eating. Yeah, and every step begets another step.
None of it's fast. You just got to be patient. I work as hard as I can because one day I want to walk again.
Shane continues rehab at Race to Walk, a nonprofit rehab center run by Andy Bricker and his wife, Dawn.
We're here, first and foremost, it's a place of hope. Most of the clients, when they leave hospital, they leave the rehab, the reality is setting in, now what?
Shane has made incredible progress, including being able to fire individual muscles in his legs.
With neurological disorders, that's pretty amazing that he's made that big of a gain in a couple months.
He's farther than I ever thought he'd be.
I've got to where I feed myself. I can hold a drink. I'm 31 years old. Can't dress myself. It's kind of weird.
What is life like for you?
Right now, it's excellent.
He still goes out with his friends. I wouldn't say he's any different.
Ain't your booty, it's your beauty.
He'll get mad at me and be like, if I ever get out of this wheelchair, I'm gonna whip your ass.
I've done bad things. I've done good things. One thing I've never done is regret anything because I've always learned. I don't know many people that are as fortunate as I am.
He says, Dad, I did everything I wanted to do, man. I drove race cars. I'm a USAC champion. That was my first 30 years. My second 30 years, I want to be a car owner.
Have a little race team called 516. I'd like to get that to where I can help up-and-coming kids go the right way.
He is able to go places. He is able to do things. He doesn't sit in a corner and wring his hands and feel sorry for himself at all.
If there's anybody in the world that's gonna beat this, I think it's him. One day, that kid's gonna walk again.
He's my hero. He works so hard every day. He's not the drug addict person that some people think he is. He is an incredible human being.
I think he feels like for the first time, he gets to beat something. I don't know if he ever felt like he beat anything in his life. I think he was always so talented naturally at driving a race car that he took advantage of that. He's always got a smile on his face. He's always working as hard as they can. Never quit, no matter how bad it gets. Just keep digging. That's all you can do. There was times in Indy I wanted him to quit, and I'm glad he didn't now, because I still got a brother.
All the personality traits that have made Shane stub his toe, those are all the personality traits that have allowed him to survive all this.
He's gone from the top to the bottom to the top to the bottom. Now he's going back to the top. At least he doesn't quit. A lot of people in the world quit, and they shouldn't.
Shane said that while in drug rehab, he learned that although he acted like a tough guy, he really cared so much, too much as it turns out, of what other people thought of him. And while he's deeply sorry for the pain he caused his family over the years, he continues to work hard every day. I think Shane's courage and honesty have provided all of us here at the Hub who worked on this story with great perspective. And we are thankful for that.